How's it going, folks? It is Matt back with another crypto video. Today's a video on DigiByte. Before we get into the news today, I'd like to say a brand new microphone arrived in the mail yesterday, so hopefully there's a considerable increase in my sound quality. So, that being said, let's get right to the news. As you can see, DigiByte is now live on ABRA. Yes, they've been live on ABRA for quite some time now, I think a year, but as you can see from this tweet, we now have the ability to withdraw DigiByte off of the ABRA exchange. Satoshi World saying, what's happening? ABRA Global just enabled DigiByte coin withdrawals. Thank you. This is definitely a huge step forward for the DigiByte community. And I've seen a lot of complaints over the months where people saying they love the ABRA wallet, they love the fiat pairings with DigiByte, but they had to ultimately stop using it because they were getting a large amount of DigiByte on the ABRA wallet, and they were kind of discouraged that you were not able to withdraw that DigiByte off of the ABRA wallet. So that is ending today. You can now officially withdraw your DigiByte off of the ABRA wallet. So I did hear that the ability to deposit DigiByte is not enabled yet, but if you were going to deposit DigiByte to ABRA to swap it for something different, there are other options out there, such as ChangeAngel.io, which is a crypto-to-crypto, wallet-to-wallet swap exchange. So if you were looking to swap your DigiByte for something different, feel free to use an exchange such as ChangeAngel.io. But again, thank you to ABRA Global. This is huge for the DigiByte community now that we have the ability to purchase DigiByte directly with our fiat on the ABRA mobile wallet, and then now the ability to withdraw it and safely store it in our own personal hardware wallets or core wallet, mobile wallet, whatever wallet you're trying to use. Definitely big news. So again, thank you to ABRA. Next article I have, this is from Blockchain News. The author of this article, Brian, interviewed the CEO of Block30Labs, also named Brian. It's a fantastic interview. He asked a lot of good questions, and I think Brian, the CEO of Block30Labs, gave some fantastic answers. I thought an interesting part for me at the very bottom of this article, the author actually provided a link to one of my crypto videos, so thank you for that. I can't quite say that I've made it yet, but that's definitely a step in the right direction for sure. I will read this last question here. The author asked, finally, what about your consumptive digital utility token, Blocks? If you're unfamiliar, Blocks will be the native currency to Block30Labs, and it's also a digi asset running on the DigiByte blockchain. So Brian, the CEO of Block30Labs, said he's super excited on that. You can go out in the field globally, and consumers and merchants are hungry for an alternative to credit cards. And that's absolutely the case. It was just 2 months ago or so that Kroger announced that they were going to stop accepting Visa at one of all of their stores. It was like I don't know if it was the pharmacy or what, but with some store within Kroger is no longer accepting Visa due to the high transaction fees. And I don't think they will be the last to do so, as all of these credit card companies are just charging outrageous fees to simply spend or buy goods. And cryptocurrency, specifically Blocks and DigiByte, stand to stand up to these credit cards and just provide a better way of conducting day-to-day transactions. As pointed out, credit cards are taking up to $1 trillion out of the market from businesses and the consumers from these transaction fees. And as you can see, Blocks is 40 times faster than Bitcoin because it's running on the DigiByte blockchain. It's spread across over 200,000 different nodes, and it just stands to benefit the merchant. They can sell goods for cheaper, or they can put more money in their own pocket, and it stands to benefit the consumer because they're paying less for the goods that they were typically buying day to day to begin with. And although Blocks is 40 times faster than Bitcoin today, that's just going to keep doubling every 2 years because the speed of DigiByte doubles every single 2 years. And I believe by the year 2021, DigiByte's blockchain will actually be very competitive with Visa in terms of transaction speed. So as I was mentioning earlier, the sound quality of my videos should be a whole lot better going forward. This was my interview with Matthew, who is a core member of the DigiByte awareness team. I interviewed him, it was either yesterday or the day before, can't remember. Anyway, the sound quality was very bad. I apologize for that, and as a result, This video got about half or less than half of the typical view range that my videos get. So if you missed out on it, or if you just simply couldn't watch it due to the sound quality, I'll recap it for you real quick, as Rudy Bauman kind of already did through a tweet. Basically, Matthew is setting up an FPGA mining farm at his home. It is run on 100% green energy, so all profits from, or all mining should be typically all profit in theory, because he's not paying the energy bills to run the mining farm. And he's offering the ability to invest in this mining pool through Digi Assets. So you can purchase a percentage of his mining pool for $5, or roughly 500 DigiByte at today's value, and that will give you 1% of one FPGA mining farm. So if you own a single Digi asset, that again gives you 1% of one FPGA, and once the value of that reaches 100 DigiByte, you will automatically be paid out simply by holding that Digi asset. And since it's a Digi asset, you're free to trade it, you're free to sell it, you can send it to a different wallet that you own. You know, you can keep it in your mobile wallet, you could keep it in your core wallet, whatever wallet you want to keep it in. And there's no need for him to know your name, there's no need for him to know if you've traded it or sold it, because he can see who owns, or what wallet owns, that specific Digi asset. So whoever owns that specific Digi asset will automatically receive these 100 DigiByte payouts as the value of it reaches 100 DigiByte. So as a disclaimer, no one has officially mined UdoCrypt yet, so the amount of profit it'll generate is actually unclear at this time, and we won't officially know until UdoCrypt is live and we are actually able to mine it. So keep that in mind before you just throw hundreds of dollars at it expecting to get rich off of it, because that's not guaranteed. You know, I do think the competition on UdoCrypt will be very low, especially in the beginning stages, as you know, we could be some of the first people to be mining it, so that could mean it could be more profitable. But again, invest wisely, invest at your own risk. Getting to one of the other topics I wanted to talk about, I don't really want to get into too much detail. I think it's pretty well known by now that the Binance exchange was hacked. I would just like to say that those of us in the DigiByte community should keep it positive. It's a very bad thing. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of money, and I know Binance has said that they are going to repay that money, but it's still not good, and I don't think it's the right thing for us to you know, poke the bear, so to speak. We shouldn't be using this as a scenario to bash Binance. You know, I know DigiByte is not listed on Binance, and that's kind of a sore subject, but do you think like being super negative or saying a bunch of bad things about Binance will ever help a listing? I don't think so. So I think instead of focusing on the negative aspect of Binance, I think we should kind of join together and make it a more positive you know, opportunity to showcase some of DigiByte's products that could have potentially eliminated some of this, or at least lessened the impact of this attack, such as DigiID. You know, if Binance did implement DigiID, it could have prevented a portion of this hacking. I did see there were multiple tactics used, such as phishing, viruses, and others, to obtain two-factor authentication and API keys. So I don't think DigiID could have completely eliminated every single thing that went wrong in this scenario, but DigiID could have prevented phishing attacks, and that is due to the way DigiID works, such as if you're logging into changeangel.io using DigiID, when you scan this QR code, and your mobile phone, you know, the application that you're using on your phone pulls it up for you to verify your identity. Before you verify your identity, it shows you the URL that you are trying to log into. So that is how it could prevent a phishing attack. As an example, as you can see the URL up here, changeangel.io, when you go to log in on your mobile phone, the URL should say exactly this. It should say the https://changeangel.io. And if those two URLs match, then you know it's the legit site. But if there is a difference between this URL that you see on your browser and the URL that you're seeing on your mobile phone, then you know it's a phishing attack because the URLs do not match. So DigiID could help eliminate phishing attacks. It can't prevent it altogether because ultimately it is up to the user to verify that both of those URLs match before they log in. So again, if the URLs do not match, do not log in because you are being phished. But that will wrap up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, like it, share it, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later.